This was just embarrassing. No, like the match was good, but the match point, roll the animation. What's up, lads, and welcome back to Gladiators Tennis. My name is Grisha and this is Gladiators on Tour, a series where I take you lads with me to professional tournaments all around the world, and you know the rest. Today is part 2 of the UTR tournament that I played in Barcelona, and yeah, there's an exciting match ahead, but in case you haven't seen part 1, the link to it is going to be right over there. But for now, I have to wake up really early because I'm playing at 8 a.m. Alright, listen up guys. Putting first match at 8 a.m. is just not human. Like, what time are you supposed to wake up to be feeling fresh for the match at 8 a.m.? In theory, it's 5 a.m. I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. obviously. I woke up 6:30 and I'm dead, guys. Ugh. Anyways, hopefully it's not gonna affect my game. Gotta say that my muscles are feeling kind of sore. So today I'm playing a guy, I've already played him at some point. Last time we played was like a really tough 3-setter that I lost. We'll see what happens today. After quickly consuming a banana to fill my body with potassium in order to avoid any possible cramps, I went to the gym and realized that I have a problem. I'm at the gym warming up and we got two problems. First of all, my shoes from yesterday's match are starting to kind of run out. And then the second problem, which is kind of more noticeable, is that I left my racket to string yesterday, and because we're starting so early, the stringer is still not here. Oof. So I'm left with one racket. Alright, good news. Racket recovered. We're all good, freshly strung. Perfecto. I'm gonna start with the old one and with the new one. Heading to the course now. Wish me luck, guys. Alright, lads, we're about to start the match, and as you know, all of these matches are live streamed, and if you want to know exactly the moment when I'm playing the match to actually watch me play live, the best way to do that is to follow us on Instagram. Here's the Gladiators tennis page, and also my personal account in case you want to know a little bit more about my life. Anyways, the warm-up is done and we're starting. Play. So like I often do, I decided to start the match aggressively and come out to the net right away. That worked out quite well for me, giving me the first point and setting a great start for the match. I kept playing aggressively, and that turned into several unforced errors that then led to a long point at 40 all. The point was so long, in fact, that I thought it would be wrong for me to make you watch all of it in normal speed. It was a very important point and I did everything just right, opening the court with a sharp backhand and finishing the point at the net. Closing the first game of the match with an unreturned serve, I was walking into the first game on his serve filled with confidence. That confidence allowed me to get to the first breakpoint at 30-40, playing aggressively, meaning putting a lot of pressure on my opponent, and finishing with a sexy inside-out winner return. At this point I'm thinking, hey, I got this, nailed the breakpoint, and now I just gotta hold my serve. As you can kind of tell by the score, holding my serve turned out to be quite a bit more complicated than I was expecting it to be. From the start, having to recover from a love 30 disadvantage is never good. Then came this long point that I think should also be sped up. Thank you. I end up taking it with an unforced error from my opponent. But then I still managed to screw up and end up with a breakpoint down. Had I not messed up at that 30-40 in the game, this set would miss a launch into my favor and I'd probably close it very quickly, but things definitely didn't go as planned. Boosted with confidence from breaking back, my opponent played really well and took the game on his serve very fast. That dynamic transferred into the game on my serve too. Then this small tiny out, which I'm not sure if it was actually out, and now I'm break down, having had an advantage of 2 love. And then on the first point on his serve, this happens. That ball was clearly out and the ref didn't see it. This wasn't the first time that he made a mistake in my opponent's favor, that's why my reaction was so expressive. Forget my reaction, what are your thoughts on this? Okay, the pass wasn't perfect to his racket, but considering that I was super mad because the ref kept making mistakes that were screwing me up and helping him, the pass was quite alright. I do have to say though, some of the ref's mistakes were kind of compensated by the luck that I had on that day. And that's right, I managed to come back from a love 40 being really mad and angry. I knew that winning this game would really break my opponent mentally and help me mentally a lot. Plus, of course, the obvious score recovery that I would accomplish. But I make an unnecessary unforced error with my backhand, the kind of shot that I miss 1 out of 10, but it had to be in that particular moment. 4-2 down and Makluf all of a sudden becomes Djokovic with this passing shot from a pretty complicated location. But then at this particular moment my forehand decides to wake up and I make a very sexy inside-in winner. And then another forehand winner, but this time it's inside out. This point was thanks to the serve, not the forehand though. As you probably know already, I like going to the net with the backhand approach more than with the forehand one, but sometimes my backhand fails and that's never a good sign. What was super annoying about the chair umpire wasn't even that he couldn't see my opponent's out, but the thing is, when it came to like super close shots that you could kind of call out, he was a freaking Hawkeye. He could see every single line and called every ball in, when it came to my opponent of course. Okay, a really cool point is coming up. You ready? Now. Not bad, huh? But watch what I do in this break point. Ooh, what is this? Some Daniel Medvedev stuff.
Oh, he's got him!
Yeah, as you can see, luck was definitely on my side. Or is it talent? Oh, wait. Oh. You never know. So it's 4-5 and things are looking decently good, but there's a change of balls at 9 games and that is a problem as it is a massive advantage for players with good serves. Wasn't much I could do there, he served pretty well and I just couldn't calibrate my return. 3 points weren't enough and that's the end of the first set. So there goes the first set, but before we start the second set, Glads, remember that if there's absolutely anything tennis related that you would like to get in the nearest future, the link to that anything is down in the description below together with our exclusive discount code. So go check it out, save some cash and help the channel. For now though, we're starting the second set. Me being a player with a pretty decent serve myself, the fresh balls definitely helped in the beginning of the first set. What didn't help though were the mistakes that the umpire kept making. What's funny is that the ball was so clearly out that Bruno, the guy playing on the court next to me, saw it out and he was like, yeah, I saw it out. The fact that he didn't see the ball out actually got me worried and I kept making sure that he saw the out every time the ball was somewhat close to that line. I, however, managed to play several really tight but good points and close the game with a very close volley. 1 love up, and we're once again off to a really good start and feeling dominant. On the first game on his serve, I kept playing aggressively and it seemed like he really couldn't do anything about it. His shots were not hurting me much and it seemed like his confidence was really lacking. And I've used the opportunity to make that first break. We're 2 love up and we're off to an even better start again. It seems like the scenario is kind of repeating itself. The main problem with being an aggressive player, let's say, is that when your shots are landing in, you can beat pretty much any opponent. Though when they're not, well, that's when we have a problem. Just look at Ostapenko. I feel like on a good day she could probably beat someone from the ATP top 10. On a bad day though, she can't put a ball in. I should probably stop comparing myself to Ostapenko, but there you go. Playing well, I'm taking the games with ease, but when the aim is slightly off, the little outs are starting to punish the scoreboard for me. And there you go. In no time, I'm once again break down 2-3. It's definitely something mental. It's not about the tennis. I feel like sometimes I don't take the match seriously enough. Don't get me wrong. I think that whenever you play an important match, you should in fact not take it too seriously because that can make you feel tight and hurt your game a lot. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. But sometimes I feel like I relax too much. I find a good balance of concentration and chilling, start winning, and then all of a sudden my concentration just flies out of the window and my game just stops making sense. And although this game I tried to get back together and I played decently well, and the only break point that I had, he actually served a good serve, there just wasn't much I could do. What was this smash? Like, come on. Watch this point now though. Awesome serve to the body and I go to the net. Horrible volley. Decent volley now. He tries to lob me. I managed to put the ball back in the court with a really good angle. He slices and I do a sexy ass passing shot down the line. What a way to close the game. It's 3-4 and this seems like the perfect game to do the break and come back. I start with this very nice drop shot and get the 15-40 advantage. And then I returned to the net, but something felt wrong. I knew the movement was good and something was wrong with the ball. I checked the ball and it was in fact popped. That means replay the point. And although I didn't close this game with the point that we replayed, it gave me enough margin for mistakes. And when the score was 30-40, I went for it. It's 4-all and the importance of this game cannot be overestimated. And in fact, I start by making a crazy forehand winner. Then, however, I slightly screw up with this shot. Not too sure what that was. Long story short, I lost that break right after recovering. It's 4-5 now and he's serving for the match. And the same thing happened here. Started off well with some volley winners and down the line backhand winners, but then things went south again. save a couple of match points and then get that super desired break point, but then the ref helped me out again. The ball was clearly out, and what I'm marking there is the actual bounce from the ball that you can properly see on the court. Could he make the mistake at a less crucial moment, or it had to be something super decisive? Anyways, my opponent then proceeds to acing me, and then this time the ball is actually in. I managed to save this match point with a beautiful passing shot, and we're back to 40 all. Alright lads, there's the match point. Are you ready for the most embarrassing match point in my career? We play a really long point, and I do a pretty good job tactically and tennisly speaking, and then, oh my god, yeah, game set match. I thought the ball was going out, but it bounced almost before the line.
Guys, just one question. Could the ref make mistakes at more important moments than he did? Because I don't think so. Yesterday and today, like, oh. But anyways, I play decently well. I think it's mainly the mental part that's lacking. I'm just not. I can't, maintain the concentration throughout the whole match, and it can't happen that I do a break and immediately lose my serve. Like, what is this, right? So yeah, I guess I know what I need to work on. I'm not sure how to work on this, but part of the journey, right?
And there you have it, Glads. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and honestly it wasn't a bad match if you don't consider the match point and the sudden concentration loss. It wasn't bad. We both played pretty well. He took the W this time, but we'll see what happens next time. But for now, I have to get ready for my next match. Stretch, eat well, recover. You know the drill, because tomorrow I will be playing a guy who is 14 UTR, that's already crazy, and whose highest ATP ranking was like 500. That match is gonna be a lot of fun, trust me, but all that in the next episode. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.